dinosaurs. I have a shit ton at home.
How much are they, do you know?
You can go like 50 cents each.
Okay.
Hey guys. Morning.
No, by chance, no video game stuff, right? Yeah.
No, unfortunately, my kids are still into those things. So.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Good morning. Morning. We'll make you a deal on anything and everything. Take your time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Works. Everything is complete. You can have it for $3. $3.
I'm gonna take the dinosaurs, all these.
But it's too low.
Well, with him, it makes it so it's a pair, and it's 8, so it'd be 4, right? Because 50 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take them all. I just don't want to pick them up right now.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find a bag if you want me to find a bag.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay. What bag?
This one, that one.
My son has a big, like, I forgot to bring it this morning, but it's like this tall, like a T-Rex.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like, see if you can get $10, because I mean the thing was like 100 and something. Oh my god! And then there's another one with the long neck. What is it?
I'm not sure. Probably a bronchiosaurus or whatever.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're tall. They're the big ones.
Yeah.
The purses are all brand new too, and they're $5 each.
No, it goes on a
It's $5 for the whole bag. Somebody just has to put them together.
I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day for sure, though.
Yeah, got like this binder recently.
Oh, dang. The Pokemon one?
Yeah. I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards mostly.
Nice.
My main deck's a Mermail deck.
The Mermails? That's old school, man.
That's my top deck.
I liked Harpies. The new support's pretty good.
Oh, let's see.
And then my brother uses like Blue Eyes. Because you know how they got new support. The DS game's also in that case, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
Big yes right there.
All right. Okay. Okay. These are the ones I was thinking about, but I mean, I'm not sure if you want to park them.
I think I definitely have the Super Mystery Dungeon. That's
Okay. No, yeah.
stuff like that.
I can put that back. Whatever you're cool with, man.
Now let's take downstairs and come. I guess I can do those. So let's see if I do it's 30 altogether. So,
200.
That seems kind of low for all the different games.
What would you feel more comfortable with?
So when some of these are high price games.
What is your counter offer?
Counter offer. Let's see. You know, my counter offer would have been 600 actually. I know it's a lot, but I'm saying some game.
Would you feel more comfortable at like 300-400?
Yeah, I could do 300 or 400. Could do 400. Okay.
Yeah. Alright guys, so I did end up picking up all these games and the Fantasia plates. This number is gonna sound kind of scary, but $480 for all this. But Pokemon Black 2 is in there. That's half my money almost. So hopefully I can make most of my money back with the Fantasia plates and Pokemon Black 2 and maybe some other games, and then keep the rest for the collection. Anyways guys, see you guys in the pick up recap. Hey, what's going on everyone? Grimsy Finds here, back with another video. So as you saw in the footage, I did find some video game stuff, but I do want to cover some of the other stuff I got off camera. Also some of the other stuff I did get on camera, but it's not video games. I do want to get through those first, and then I'll show you the video games at the end. I did get 2 lunch boxes. These 2 lunch boxes, they were asking like, I think 30 bucks or something like that. And I told them, can you do like 15 for both? And they said no. Then I upped it by $5 and I told him, can you do 20? And then he thought about it for a minute and he said, you know what, go ahead. I could probably flip one for like 20, 25 and then flip the other one for pure profit. So that's the only reason I got them. They do have the thermoses, and in the past I've done pretty well with lunch boxes, so I wanted to try it again. And again, I wouldn't have got them if they were in such great shape. So at another sale, I found these Louis L'Amour books. Now, they were in really rough shape, but there was enough of them to make a bundle, and I mentioned in another video. Bundling books is another good way of flipping and making money. So I plan to flip these as a bundle and maybe make, you know, $20 to $30 on this flip. And I only paid, they wanted 50 cents a book, so then I paid about $10 for the whole lot. So not bad overall, and hopefully I make a profit on it. At this other sale you should have seen footage of, I was at a garage sale and they had a bunch of toys and plushes. So I did look over what they had, and there was a bunch of dinosaurs and stuff like that. There was a Godzilla figure, but unfortunately it was missing the back part. I did nab it just to throw it in because they wanted 50 cents a piece for the dinosaurs, so I just threw it in there. It does sell for about 20-ish on eBay, but without that piece, maybe I can get, you know, 10 bucks for it or something like that. But again, it was just 50 cents, so I mean, even if I don't get that and I donate it, it was just 50 cents down the hatch. There was a dinosaur in that lot that I looked up that's worth about 20 just by himself, so if I sell him, I'll be in the profit. I did spend $12 for the dinosaurs and then these plushes as well. There was these Hello Kitty plushes on there in the lot, and then these puppets. So the puppets, I thought they were going to be worth a little more. The lady said, oh, I spent so much money on these or whatever. She charged me $2 for the puppets because she said she had spent a lot of money. I can make a profit on them. I just have to do a little more research, but I believe I can make them like, you know, $12 each or something like that. One is new with tags, but I believe he's missing his hat, so that's unfortunate. Now on to the video game stuff. As you saw in the car, I did have Fantasia plates included in the lot. I did pay $480 for the whole bundle, and I shouldn't have got the Fantasia plates. They valued the 4 Fantasia plates at $80, and they're worth at best $15 each. You know, I'm gonna try bundling and making maybe 50 bucks on them, and the rest will be a loss. I mean, I did lose on that, but I'm adding some games to my collection. Now, before I continue, I do want to mention that after I got home, a couple hours later, the guy messaged me back saying, you know, I know this is sudden. I would like to pick out some Pokemon games that he wanted to pick out some Pokemon games and keep the sale as is and just return me like, you know, $100 or whatever. And I told him I can't do that. Like, they removed the Pokemon games, this deal would have been horrible actually. There is some gems in here, but mostly they were the Pokemon games, and I wouldn't want to keep the deal, and I wasted gas. I don't know if it was caught on the footage or not. We were in his room, I picked out the games, he picked out through my stack, put the games back that he didn't want to sell. He shook my hand for the deal. We went downstairs, we decided on a price, back and forth. I think you should have seen some of the negotiation, right? He was insulted by my 200 at first, and he gave me a number of 600. You know, I said, I can't do that. He said, what can you do? I said 300 to 400. He's like, let's do 400, and we went with 400, and he shook my hand again. His dad came up and said, you know, are you sure you want to sell these? And he said, yes, I am. I want to sell them, because if I piece them out, it's gonna take longer to sell, but I would get more. So he had already known that these games were worth a certain amount, and he could have this whole time, you know, said no. And then when I walked out, he shook my hand again. Nice doing business with you, thank you. So we shook hands 3 times. I did also, when I was looking through the games, any of the ones you don't want to sell, please put back. And I gave him a couple of chances. Normally, like at a garage sale, you don't give people chances like that. And if this comes off as rude or obnoxious or, you know, money grabbing or greedy of me, I apologize. Removing these games would have made this lot, I would have been at a loss, and I cannot afford that. I'm sorry, I can't. I make my living off of eBay, and if I would have took a loss here, then it would have just been money pretty much down the drain, you know. I mean there is some good games, and I maybe would have broken close to even, but I I can't do that. And you know, his reasoning, he didn't give me a reason why. He just said, you know, I'm having second thoughts. What I think happened is because the yard sale was advertised on Facebook Marketplace and he had the games on pictures. So what I think happened was people were messaging him, oh, you know, you have these Pokemon games, you know, I'll offer you this much. And he probably said, you know, I sold them. He's like, well, I would have gave you this much. And maybe that's why he was having, you know, seller's remorse or something like that. But I mean, I asked you this question, what would you do? Would you have returned the games? Would you have taken a loss on the lot? I mean, it just depends on the situation, right? My situation is I need to make money to eat. Your situation might be, you know, this is just a hobby, right? So it's different perspectives. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the wrong. I really hope I'm not, but I did give him several chances. When I was in my 20s, I sold my Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are now worth like $10,000 to $20,000. I can't go back, and I couldn't have gone back and expect to get my money back, right? And they did, and they probably wouldn't have. And I mean, that's just how it goes. When in a garage sale setting, it's different. It is what it is, and that's what he replied back to me when I said it. And he actually thanked me for responding, because I think a lot of people in that situation would have blocked him, or you know, would have ignored his text, maybe not even answered his text. And I actually did answer his text. You know, I said, you know, I'm sorry, I can't. That's all I said. I didn't say anything else. I just said, you know, I can't. And he said, it is what it is. But anyways, I just wanted to just mention that before I go over the games. I mean, I'm still happy with the deal. I wanted to go over these games right here. These games right here I'm going to be keeping in the collection. A couple GameCube games, which makes me happy. There's also Mighty Number 9, which is a game that's like Mega Man. It's actually made by Keiji Inafune, the creator of Mega Man. So that's pretty cool to have. Just want to point out the ones I'm keeping. So Ultra Sun and Moon, these are the notable ones I'm keeping. Yokai Watch 2. So that's another one I didn't have. I can maybe mention this one, but pretty cool. And then a Paper Mario Color Splash. So we got Wii Sports. Like I said, he knew the prices on some of these. Actually, I think he knew the prices on most of them. He was very savvy with the prices of game. Pokemon Omega Ruby, Pokemon Moon, Pikmin 3, Zelda Twilight Princess, and Mario Kart 8. So those games are the ones that are around the $10 to $15 range. There's some money to be made there, but it's not like crazy. Next are like the $20 to $40 range. So we got Pokemon Diamond version. We got Captain Toad Tracker, Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then we got Pikmin 2. So those again were the $20 to $40 range. And now onto the heavy hitters, and most of these are the ones he would have returned. If you remove the Pokemon games, it's not a great deal at all. We got Pokemon White version, Golden Sun, Sonic Rush, Teen Titans for GameCube. I already have that, so that's going to be flipped. So I'm going to look at my copy and see if this copy is better, but I have a feeling my copy is better, so that's going to be flipped. And then of course, we got The Simpsons Hit and Run. I think it's gone up there. It's like a $60 game now. And then the best of the lot, I actually found it at a estate sale recently, is Pokemon Conquest. So this is a $100 game. Very interested in the comments below. Let me know what you would have done. But I mean, I'm more than happy with this bundle. Had they removed the Pokemon games, the bundle wouldn't have been as great. And especially for the price of $380, that's way too much money. So last thing about that video game pickup I made. So when I got home, I opened 2 cases and it ended up being no game. So when I was checking them, when he was contemplating, I think he took out the cartridge, because when I checked, they were in there. And so there's just this pickup was just a bunch of shenanigans, and that's the other reason why I didn't want to meet up with him again, because had I brought games and then, you know, I would like to have them back. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I changed my mind. Right before we went down to negotiate, I had checked already Pokemon Black 2 and also Pokemon Pearl version, so they were both in there. But right now, currently as it stands, empty and empty. So he does have the cartridge, I believe, or I hope he does, because if not, then I don't know where they went. But once I got home, I checked, and I had already known both of those were empty. And as you know, Pokemon Black 2 was a huge chunk of the profit that was supposed to be there, and it was already gone. So me turning in more Pokemon games would have done nothing but make it so this deal was absolutely horrible. So I already calculated the profits margins and everything just for the video games alone, and including the plates I am gonna make about $250 profit, but this is before eBay fees. After eBay fees, maybe 150 to 160. So this was a bad buy pretty much. I mean, it is $160, but the time and effort and all that was not worth $160, I don't think. And I mean, it is $160 and I'm happy with some profit, but had I done what he requested, the profit margin would have been negative, I think. So that's the reason why I chose not to do it. And again, just this shenanigan-y behavior is the other reason why I didn't, because again, I checked this was in there when we were up in his room, and then on the way down he was carrying some games. I'm not sure if he might have removed this and this from the case or whatever, put them in his pocket and wanted to do like a double dip. But and it's also my fault again, because I should have checked them again when I was in the car. But when you're making a deal with someone, you already checked and verified it was in there, and you would expect it to be in there. But I should have checked again. It's my fault completely. This video game sale was completely shenanigans, so that's why I put it in the title, because I mean, it was shenanigans. Anyways guys, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks guys.